the sound of a key in the lock. The door opens, silence. It's the first sound you have to get used to. Not a peaceful silence. It's a vacuum silence. It resonates. It drowns out every little sound, the refrigerator running, the clock ticking. For years, your life has been a din, a shared schedule, a merging of two people. Now the orchestra has left. It's just you and the piano. Lost in the middle of the stage, the question hangs in the air, what now? Panic begins to rise in your chest. Freedom for the first moment is not the same as liberation. It's like being pushed out of a plane without a parachute. Take an honest look. What did your old calendar look like? It wasn't yours. It was a shared document. It read, Saturday, dinner with his family. Sunday, cleaning the house. Tuesday night, watch her favourite movie. You lived by a co-written script where every choice was a compromise, every decision a trade-off. You knew exactly what you had to do at 7 p.m. every night, not because you wanted to, but because that was the flow of the family. You gave up the right to decide what to eat for dinner, just for the peace of not having to argue. You forgot what you liked to eat. You forgot what music you liked to listen to when driving alone. You didn't just share a home, you outsourced most of the decisions about your own existence. And then you have freedom. But this so-called freedom is a two-headed monster. The first weekend alone comes. It's not a gift. It's a 48-hour abyss. You wake up. No one to make coffee for. No one to nag. No plan. The Saturday morning silence becomes heavy, shaped like a judgment. You're a failure, it whispers. You don't even know what to do with your life. This is the real conflict. Chaos versus fear of oblivion. You frantically try to fill that void. You accept every coffee offer, even from people you don't know. You throw yourself into work. You watch 10 hours of Netflix. Not because it's good, but because you're afraid that if you stop, you'll have to face yourself. You try to make a schedule, but it's a schedule of escape. You schedule a gym session for 5 a.m., a Spanish class for 8 p.m. You turn yourself into a busy machine, but inside you're falling apart. You realize that being busy is just another form of control. Before, you were controlled by others. Now you're controlled by your fear of being alone. Exhaustion sets in. You can't run forever. One day you collapse. You can't get out of bed. Your revenge schedule has backfired. You failed at marriage, and now you're failing at being single properly. That's when, from the depths of your exhaustion, a spark of light comes. It's not a grand plan. It's a small, almost rebellious act. You cancel your social coffee date. Instead, you drive out of town, alone. You don't tell anyone. You turn off your phone. You go to a lakeside cafe, order your favourite tea, the tea your ex always called bland. You sit there. 2 hours. You do nothing. You just breathe. That's the first step. You start A/B testing your life. You try going to bed at 9 p.m. on Friday and you realize you love the feeling of waking up refreshed on Saturday mornings. You try to cook a complicated meal just for yourself. Use your best set of dishes. You buy a paper calendar, not Google Calendar, a physical calendar, and you start writing in it. But you don't write to-dos. You write want-to-dos. You start scheduling, not to fill time, but to explore this new person. Wednesday dinner with a male colleague for a different story. Saturday somewhere far out of town and alone. Some experiments fail, the co-worker's boyfriend is too bland, doesn't have the right perspective, but others are brilliant successes. You realize you like deserted and untouched places. You are collecting data about yourself. The climax of the story isn't a big party or a trip around the world. It's much quieter. It's a Friday night, rain. The traditional date day loneliness hits like a tidal wave. The phone rings. A group of friends invite you to a bar. An easy option to fill. You remember your calendar, the Friday box you wrote down. Quiet evening. You may not be accepted. You take a deep breath. You text back a no. You don't apologize. You don't explain. You turn off the lights, light a candle. You put on that long, hidden classical album. You lie on the floor, and for the first time, silence isn't the enemy. It's not empty. It's full. It's full of music. It's full of scented candles. It's full of the peace of a conscious choice. You realize you're no longer afraid of being alone. You're no longer lonely. You are enjoying solitude. You have found that crucial difference. You have reclaimed your space. Freedom is no longer scary. It is a soft blanket. From that moment, you build the freedom schedule. Here's how it works, not as a prison, but as a canvas to paint your masterpiece. The schedule is as solid as a block of stone. You put things in your schedule that can't be moved, but that nourish you. Health, workout 3 times a week. Career, deep focus hour. Mental health, 15 minutes of meditation every morning. This is the foundation. Mandatory gaps. This is the most important part. You schedule no schedule time. This is time to breathe, to improvise, to do nothing. This is the space where magic happens. Without gaps, freedom is just another prison. Theme days. Instead of minute-by-minute details, you assign themes. Monday is the day to reflect, plan your week, or write in your journal. Wednesdays are for hanging out with friends, dates, or fun coffee dates. Sundays are for regenerating yourself with a whole new lease of life, like going out or taking a bath. Say yes or no decisively. You learn the golden rule. When an invitation comes, if your internal reaction isn't absolutely, absolutely, then your default answer is no. You stop saying yes just to be polite. Your time is your most valuable asset. Your schedule is now a statement of your values. It's flexible, it's human, and it's 100% yours. After 15 years of marketing for big brands, I realized one truth. A brand fails when it tries to please everyone. A brand succeeds when it knows who it is, what its core values are, and has the courage to say no to everything that doesn't belong to that identity. Your divorce was a forced rebranding. You were stripped of the spouse of someone. You were left with only your name. Scheduling after divorce is not about time management. It is about managing energy and identity. Your calendar is not a shackle. It is a treasure map that leads you back to yourself. You don't enjoy freedom passively as if it were a vacation. You build freedom actively every day through small choices. You don't fill the void, you create space, and in that space you finally find the person you've long forgotten, yourself. Don't try to rebuild Paris in a day. Don't make a complicated 7-day schedule tonight. You'll burn out. Do this. Just one thing. Grab a sticky note. Write down one thing you'll do tomorrow just because you want to do it. Not because it works, not because someone expects it, just because it gives you a tiny spark of joy. If you find it really lifts your spirits, like the video to give us some motivation, it could be buy hydrangeas. It could be listen to my old high school album. It could be sit still for 10 minutes drinking tea without touching your phone. Do it. That's the first brick. It's the first piece of data in the greatest marketing campaign of your life. And if you find it makes you feel good all week, then comment below, yes, so we know it's working. And if you're brave enough, share that first brick of yours. This journey doesn't have to be done alone unless you choose to. Share the video with all your loved ones and friends so that life after divorce is no longer too stressful or buried in meaningless schedules.